Hello viewers, this is Dow Too Fast here. Check out these custom LED reflectors on my Nissan Pathfinder. Now from the factory, these reflectors do not illuminate, but as you can see, I modded the reflector lens so they illuminate now. Besides looking nice, these are also functional. Now in this video, I will show you how I modified these reflector lens, and then I will do a second video to show you how to wire these into this vehicle. If you want to learn how to do this mod, stay tuned. Now before I remove the factory reflector lens, I just want to quickly show you what they look like. And again, these are just reflectors, they do not light up. So let's go ahead and remove these from the bumper. Using a 10mm ratchet, reach behind the bumper, and there is a 10mm bolt holding the reflector down. Go ahead and remove that bolt, and then the reflector will come out. Here's the 10mm bolt. Now do the same thing on the other side. Now I want to show you on the passenger side is a very tight fit, but you can slip your hand in this corner and get to that bolt that's behind the reflector. Now this one I have here came off my 2017 Nissan Pathfinder. As you can see, I've already done the mod on one of them. In this video I will show you how to modify the other one here. So taking a closer look at one of these reflectors, you'll see the front lens is melted and glued onto the back side right here, all the way around. So this is not something that you can simply pry this open or heat it up in an oven. It doesn't work that way. So you will need to cut this open all the way around. Now there are a couple of different tools you can use to break the seal and open this up. One of them is going to be a cutoff wheel like this that you fit on a Dremel. But you will notice that the cutoff wheel is quite thick, so when you use this, it will take out quite a bit of plastic material along the edge. What I'll be using is this mini saw set. As you can see, it's very thin, it's serrated, so cut through the plastic. And this is the packaging that came in, and it's called a mini saw set by the company Enkay. It includes a larger saw blade like this one, and also a smaller one, along with a 1/8 inch shank. And what I'll do is I'm going to go along the edge right here and slowly cut through this plastic all the way around. And you don't want to go too fast, because if you go too fast, it will just end up heating up the plastic and melting it, making it more difficult to open up. So after you cut through the plastic all the way around, make sure it is cut through all the way carefully. You separate the two pieces. Now you don't want to force it, because you don't want to break the lens. So here we have the two pieces separated. The LED that I'll be using for this install is this LED flexible strip that you see right here. And this one I have here is 5 meters long. You can get it in different lengths. But this one here uses the red 5630 LED chip. And also this one is the non-waterproof. You want the non-waterproof type, because if you get the waterproof one, it'll have a layer of clear rubber on top of it. And it'll make it too bulky, so you won't be able to fit it behind this reflector right here. So this one is the non-waterproof. Also, you'll notice every 3 LEDs, there are these copper pads with a cut line on it. So you can actually cut at this cut line and be able to power this with a 12-volt power supply. And depending on where you cut this, if you apply 12 volt, this segment will light up. And to demonstrate this, I'm going to connect my 12-volt power supply to this end right here, and you'll see the entire strip will illuminate. Another thing nice about this LED strip is on the back, there's a 3M double-sided tape. So you can tape this directly onto any surface and makes installation very easy. So the plan here is for me to install 2 rows of this LED strip into the reflector. It's going to be a tight fit, but it will work. So I'm going to measure out the top roll right now, Now keep in mind, you can only cut off at where the designated copper pads are. You don't want to cut off in the middle here, because then it will not light up properly. For the top row, I'm going to cut off right here, and it looks about the right size. Next, I got a marker and drew the shape of this end right here, so it will fit inside. I'm going to cut this off. And on this end, I'm actually going to fold this back, and that's where I'm going to solder this later on. Next, I'm going to drill a hole here where I'm going to feed the wire into the reflector. Feed the wire through. Now we can attach the wire to the contacts. Remove the backing. Place this end into the reflector. And just to make sure it works, we can do a quick test. Apply 12 volt. And you see it illuminates. Now for the bottom row, I'm going to go ahead and cut this much off, same as the top one. Let me go ahead and mark the shape of this. So this is going to be around here, and this is going to be around here. Now on the left side here, I'm going to go ahead and trim this right off. So I'm going to do that right now. On the right side, you cannot cut this off, because again, you only can cut off at the designated copper pads. So what I'm going to do for this side, I'm going to actually go ahead and fold this right at this edge right here. And then it'll be placed right in this spot. Now I'll go ahead and remove the backing. I'll just stick this onto the bottom edge. Now you should still be able to put the lens back on. And yes, I can. Now what you'll need to do is solder positive to positive, negative to negative, and that's it. Now when test it out, make sure both top and bottom row illuminate. And here's a look with it powered on. And if I place the lens on top, this is what the reflector looks like. And if you're curious as to how much current one of these reflector lights is drawing, you can see on the multimeter is drawing 194 milliamp. Now that both reflectors are done, it's time to put the lens back on and seal it up. And for this, I'll be using this clear silicone. So I've gone ahead and put a couple of clamps on it, let it dry overnight. Also, don't forget to seal the hole at the back where the wire comes out, because you don't want water to get in. So I've let these dry overnight. As you can see, they look great. Now I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll make a second video to show you how to install these and wire it up to the Nissan Pathfinder. Now as for some of the materials used in this mod, I'll include the link in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, leave one in the comments section, and don't forget to click on the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.